Hey guys, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, video number 71. What's up? In the last video, we followed Zinnia to the Team Aqua hideout, and she got there, and she was like, yes, now I have everything I need to summon Rayquaza. So we went back to the freaking Space Center, and Steven was like, oh yeah, you need to go to the Sky Pillar, but you can't get in, so you need to go find Wallace and Sutopolis. So we went and found Wallace and Sutopolis, and Wallace is like, oh yeah, I'll meet you there. So here we are at Sky Pillar, and here's Wallace meeting us there. Yes, I have, just like I told you. Okay? God. Oh, really? Are you kidding me right now? So what if I don't win? Yeah, I want to make sure I've got my Pokemon in the right order. But what if I don't win? Then does that mean you will go on in my place? Because I'll be honest, Wallace, I don't see you doing that. I just don't see you doing that. Champion of Hoenn. Well, hey, I am Champion of Hoenn. Yeah, I am Champion of Hoenn. Dang straight, Wallace. Dang straight. Darn tootin' straight. Sends out Wailord. Wallace is like, go, Wailord. And I'm like, go, Pertwig. So he's got his big water type. I got my not as big grass type. Leaf Blade. Let's see if that's enough to knock out Wailord. Since Wallace is kind of a boss, I did not speed up this battle, even though this video was a little over 23.5 minutes long. I thought about speeding up this battle, but then I was like, nah. But yeah, we were able to knock out the Wailord, but not till after he did some pretty decent damage to Turtwig. Anyway, now Wallace sends out my Lotic, so I've got Ruby here. Ruby will use Thunderbolt. And that doesn't do crap. My Lotic uses Blizzard, but misses, which is really good for me, because, you know, Ruby's weak to that. My Lotic uses Blizzard. This time it hits, but okay, still in the green, that's good. Doesn't have stab, and Ruby's got pretty decent stats into herself, so yeah, Ruby can usually take a super effective move like that, especially if it, like I said, if it's not stabbed. Whoa, what did it call him? Sutopolis Wallace, or whatever, sends out Ludicolo. Alright, let's see what you can do. I didn't read it fast enough. Ludicolo, grass and water. So he is weak to flying. He's going to use Ice Beam though, which I did not see coming. It's super effective against Mayfly since it's a flying type. I'll use Air Slash, which does get it down to the yellow. But yeah, another Ice Beam that will knock out Mayfly. Dang it. Alright, I think my best bet here would probably be Umaga? I thought I would have sent out Ruby. I played all the Delta episode videos at the same time, but I haven't gotten around to like editing and narrating them until like now. Alright, but we were able to take out Umaga pretty well. So, or not Umaga, Ludicolo pretty well. So, he's sending out Tentacruel now, water/poison. So we'll go ahead and send in Ruby here. Ruby's got that Thunderbolt, but Ruby also has that Psychic, which is super effective against Tentacruel. Psychic does more damage. Well, it at least does as much damage. And it's stabbed. Tentacruel has Dazzling Gleam, which is a really good move for, I think, Tentacruel to have, because you're going to use Psychic-type Pokemon a lot against Pokemon like Tentacruel. And, I guess Fairy is strong against Psychic? Oh no, it's strong against Dragon. There you go. Well, you know, now that I think about it, if it's strong against Dragon, then maybe it's not the best move for Tentacruel to have. What is Fairy strong? It's Dragon... dark and like fighting. So yeah, I don't know why Tentacruel would have Dazzling Gleam. I don't know. Forget what I said about that being a good move for it to have. Gyarados. Thunderbolt does a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Gyarados uses Crunch, which knocks out Ruby. Sucks. I'm pretty sure Turtwig can outspeed this Gyarados, so I'll go ahead and send out Turtwig, even though he's almost dead. Or not dead, but fainted. Back when I was playing, I think when I was playing Volt White 2, I used to say dead a lot, like, oh, he died. And then I got people like complaining, like, they don't die, man, they faint. Like, oh, I know that, okay? That's just how I talk. This is Wallace's last Pokemon, the Whiscash, and I'm not going to take any chances here, even though Grass should be really freaking effective against this guy. Go ahead and Mega Evolve Turtwig and have him use the Leaf Blade on the Whiscash. Well done! Turtwig's at level 50. Sutopolitan Wallace? Sutopolitan? Wallace is like, splendid! So now, yeah, I really don't need you to succumb to my charm, home. I just need to get through so that I can, like, you know, watch Xenia summon the Rayquaza, and then I can just catch it. And then I can send Rayquaza to stop the meteorite, and then I will be the hero! Or something like that. I am going to heal my Pokemon up, though, because I don't know what's waiting for me in there. Like I said, I know that this whole thing has to be leading up to the encounter with Rayquaza. And so I'm pretty sure I'll battle Rayquaza. So I just want to be sure that all my Pokemon are healed. I don't know if I'll have to battle Xenia. I don't know if there are any other trainers in here. Other members of the, you know, Draconid family that I might have to battle. I don't know. According to the old lady in Meteor Falls, Xenia is like the only Draconid person left or something like that. I'm gonna bust out the dowsing machine here, so pick up any items that might be around. And here we are in the Sky Pillar. Listen to this music. Yeah, you're welcome. What's with the clapping? That's like the most condescending clap ever. Oh, thanks. This is actually pretty interesting, the story that she tells us throughout the video. Thousands of years ago, in the primal age long lost, the world was overflowing with primal energy. Primal Groudon and Kyogre fought over that energy in endless, furious clashes. In the face of Primal Groudon and Kyogre's great power, people could do nothing. The only choice was to watch as disaster upon disaster swept over them. It was in such a time that great many meteorites poured from darkness of space from a place higher even than the heavens. And the meteorites fell on their multitude upon a waterfall that had long been home to a tribe of dragon-type Pokemon users. Alrighty, so yeah, like she said, that's part one of her little story. Before I follow her, I just want to make sure I don't leave anything down here. There's nothing over here. What about over here? Yeah, because it looks like there are Pokemon in here, and I don't really want to run into them. This is a different ladder. This is not the one that she went up. Oh, this one brings you to an item. Check it. A dragon scale. Is that what you use to evolve like, what is it, Seedra into Kingdra or something like that. Every time you go up or down a ladder, your dowsing machine comes off, so then you have to reactivate it each time, which is kind of a pain. Alright, but this is the way that Zinnia went, so let's see, we should find her pretty soon. There she is. Yes, here I am. Alright, Chapter 2. Oh, stop clapping like that. The meteor shone with a rainbow brilliance, as if some great life was held within. That was when, if drawn by the brilliance, a Pokemon that shone in a blazing emerald hue descended from the heavens. Emerald hue. That Pokemon was none other than Rayquaza. Rayquaza's power overwhelmed that of the two primal Pokemon, and peace returned to the world. The people of Hoenn revered Rayquaza as a true savior. 1,000 years after this time, the meteorites once again fell. A huge meteorite, far greater than any before, struck the planet, boring deep into the ocean, and leaving behind it a crater larger than any other. The land born of this event later became known as Sootopolis. Alright, so recap so far. Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon used to have all these big fights, and there was nothing that people could do to stop them, so they just, you know, accepted. I didn't mean to do that. They just accepted the fact that disaster was inevitable whenever those two would fight each other. But one day Rayquaza showed up and quelled the fighting, and people were like, oh my god, Rayquaza, he's awesome. And then 1,000 years later, a bigger meteorite, well, Rayquaza came down with a bunch of meteorites. And then 1,000 years later, a big meteorite came down, hit the ocean, formed a big crater, and that's where Sootopolis City stands today. Alright, we're ready for part 3. Sootopolis was born from a great meteorite strike. The great meteorite was the first of many disasters to befall humanity. When it punched into the planet, the land cracked beneath it, and a great welling of natural energy poured from beneath Hoenn. Thirsting for that power, Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon once again woke. The people had a wish, a memory from 1,000 years before. They wished legendary Pokemon clad in emerald light would appear again. The huge meteorite that lay at the heart of Sootopolis gave off a brilliance, and its brilliance resembled a vast and powerful keystone. Once again, Rayquaza descended from where it came. The people fell to their knees before it said Rayquaza and made a wish for salvation. As they did, a great change became a Pokemon. The Pokemon receded by light. They had Rayquaza all knowledge, sublime figure. Damn it! Ah. Why did I go so fast? Humanity's wish that brought Rayquaza's transformation. A wish, an intangible thing invisible to the eye. This wish bound people and Pokemon together, enabling legendary. Does it remind you of something? That's right, it sounds like Mega Evolution, doesn't it? Okay, so even though I didn't get to read that word for word, sounds like, you know, meteorite appeared, big energy happened, Kyogre and Groudon started fighting each other again, and the people made a wish to, you know, Rayquaza for it to come back and, you know, quell the fighting once again. But I guess the energy of all the people's wishes helped Rayquaza to change form. After being transformed by the wish of the people, did Rayquaza save them from disaster? I guess we'll find out. Rayquaza once again confronted Groudon and Kyogre. The golden filaments that sprang from its body covered the sky. An emerald brilliance illuminated the area. A terrible wind rose. The wind and emerald light visibly sapped the power from Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Drained of their primal powers, the two vanished into the sea. Rayquaza watched them go, regaining its usual appearance, and it soared back up into the heavens. A witness of the series, a tall visitor from a distant land, said, "It is the Delta, born of the great disturbances in this world. By the bonds born of mankind, wish in the power of the stones, it will calm the troubles that plague the world." That was when the Draconids constructed the great tower to hold the rainbow stone that had granted Rayquaza its power, and to try to get a bit closer to Rayquaza. To record history of the trials of great feats made Rayquaza for all to know, they left behind the murals you see here. So, the tall visitor from a distant land, you know that's got to be AZ, because remember he's like 3,000 years old. and this tower was built in order to be closer to Rayquaza in the heavens. If any of y'all are familiar with the story of the Tower of what is the tower called? Oh, in the Bible, the tower that the people built in order to get closer to God, the Tower of, was it Babel? The Tower of Babel? And then, like, that's, yeah. 1,000 years of peace followed after the disastrous time, but the Dracona people, learning from their long history's cyclical nature, foretold that the meteorites would fall on this land again. The meteorite came, they prophesied, would be far greater than those that had come before it. The meteorite would be great enough to break the world forever. In order to prevent this great calamity, those who held the knowledge of the past arrived at a plan. Their plan was to invoke Rayquaza, the great savior, and summon it to this land before the meteorite could strike. And that's it, the end of our Draconid's tale. So, like, those are pretty cool murals when you think about it, and that's kind of a cool story. That's probably one of my favorite, like, stories when it comes to, like, hearing about the history of Pokemon. So, a great meteorite was pretty much, like, foretold, prophesized, would come and toward the Earth. So this meteoroid that was prophesized sounds like it's this one that's headed towards Hoenn right now. So Zinnia, being, you know, the last of the line of Draconids, is tasked with having Rayquaza, summoning Rayquaza to stop this meteoroid from hitting the Earth. That's like her, like, whole reason for existence, basically. So now we are at the very top of Sky Pillar, and I guess here Zinnia is going to attempt to summon Rayquaza with her wish. The Lit Leonids. Murmur. Wasn't it daytime when I got here? Or when I first went into the tower? Yeah, okay. Did I go to sleep? Oh, she knocked me out. What a But she was talking about how she misses Aster, yet her Whismur is named Aster. So I don't know if you guys remember, but earlier, in one of the earlier videos, she referred to Aster as her daughter, her Whismur as her daughter. So what I'm thinking is that Aster was actually her daughter, like a daughter that she once had. And she somehow died, and so now she's adopted this Whismur, called her Aster, and sort of adopted this Whismur as her, you know, quote, daughter. But she still misses her, you know, her real daughter. So she's saying, you know, hey, daughter, I will, you know, see you again. And So I'm not sure, you know, what she's planning on doing. Is she planning on sacrificing herself to help Rayquaza stop this meteoroid, or is? Because I mean, it doesn't sound like she wants the meteoroid to hit, but she is wanting to stop it. Anyway, whatever she did, she was able to summon the Rayquaza. Check this out. That's awesome. Oh, what? Ah, finally. My meteorite is like... It's like relevant. I've had this meteorite forever, not knowing what to do with it. And look, now Rayquaza swallowed the meteorite. And he's like, Kiri, re. Uh-oh, light is spilling forth from Rayquaza's body. I know I was quiet there for a long time, but I was just trying to take in, like, the gravity of the situation. Because this is pretty heavy stuff, especially for a Pokemon game like this. So, she's like, whoa. Yeah, that's right. My meteorite, not yours. So now all of a sudden she wants me to battle Rayquaza. I don't know why it's me. Maybe because I had the meteorite. She's the Draconid though. Anyway. We're going to go ahead and battle Rayquaza, guys, but guess what? We're going to do it in the next video. Spoiler alert. Well, not really spoiler alert. Cliffhanger. That's what I'm looking for. Cliffhanger. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.